Hey everybody, Larry Lawton here, having a great time. I'm at an amazing house. I'm with Kirill and the party is off the chart. I said I would be hooked to a polygraph. They're real. John's gonna explain to everybody exactly how this works.
I'm John. I've been polygraph testing criminals since the 1980s. It's going to be reading microscopic changes to his upper breathing, lower breathing, sweat, and blood as he answers.
Larry Lawton,
That's true.
60 years old.
Pretty true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes and no. How do you answer that one?
He's being truthful.
Meaning I went away for racketeering, which is under the Hobbs Act, which is organized crime. But it was by way of robbing. I robbed 15, 18 million in diamonds. Are we done with the security? Okay.
Calibrated.
It's calibrated. No.
True.
All right.
No.
It's a lie.
Oh, nobody.
Yes. Knife. Notes.
You've actually done a knife in your butt?
Yeah, you put a, to get a knife through security systems in prison, which will save your life, you take a knife, a shank you have made, you put it in half of a toothbrush holder. Every human body, and this is not a joke, pointing to a meter or something, has an extra 7 inches in your anal canal to hide anything you want. Now, and that's not to be funny. I'm not even being funny. Some have bigger, some a little, or I don't know. But what I'm getting at is, so you take that half a thing, you insert it in your rectum, but you still have to go through 3 metal detectors.
Oh, wow.
So you go through the first metal detector and they stop you because it goes off, they pull you out of line, they strip search you, they look you upside down, lift your nuts, turn around, and it's in you. It's not hanging out at all. And he says that he doesn't know if you have a bullet in you, you might have a fake, knee from an operation. He's not gonna look, the line's backing up. We have 50 guys ready to go to yard. You get to 3 metal detectors. Now you get to the yard, you hang out with your friends, you're all in a group, you make like you're tying your shoe, you squat, you take that out of your ass, but you had a wooden handle along the path. The reason you don't hide the shank there is because the guards are smart. They run metal detectors around the whole yard when we're locked in. So you don't want to get out there and have your dick holding in your hand when you got a fucking guy with a fucking 6-inch shank that wants to cut your head off. Yeah.
Is that true?
That's true.
The only reason I do know that's somewhat true is because I've heard and seen it I did the law for 10 years in prison. I got a law degree. And when I tell you, I seen guys do stuff, and the lie detectors I have not seen, they're inadmissible. I can go into the law about them. But we use them, defense uses them, prosecutors use them to sway a jury, to say a word. And that's why, and they get these guys and they know their shit. And it is some kind of science, because I failed when they asked me who my partner was. I wouldn't tell, because it's my, it eventually been my brother, and he ended up going away, but I wouldn't tell on him. Yes.
From what?
A buddy of mine dying, that very close friend of mine said he was hey Larry, I love you, brother. And I'm checking out. Hey, where the fuck you going? You got a life sentence. I'm in the hole now. I'm in the hole about 8 months already.
Why are you in the hole?
Well, because I fought the system. The prison killed 3 of my friends. I was a bad inmate. I fuck was a convict. I'd fight guard. I'd do things. And I fought the system more than anything. And that's what they didn't like. So my buddy says to me, and I jump up on the vent, on the toilet, it's a stainless steel toilet in jail. I jump on, I said, man, his name is Jack. I said, Jack, lay down, man. We used to work out together. Talk to a vent like it's you and me talking. And he does, and now it was 3:30 at night, every day in prison at 4 p.m. I believe me, it's in my head. Fucking, they count every inmate. You have to be on your feet. So no matter where you are in the whole night, you got to be standing on your feet. Now I'm in maximum security prisons. So when they come by and they'll say count time, and they walk by your cell, and you just sit down there. And they see you there, you get the fuck. They stopped at his cell, and they hit the deuces on their button, and they said, man down, he killed himself. He hung himself. He had too much time, and I laid in my bunk then, and I cried. And you know, he was a good guy, man. And you meet some people in prison, you know it's true. They might be murderers, they might be fucking gang leaders, hitman, 10 bodies or whatever. We had a friend that cut up a guy's head. We had another guy who killed his cellmate for snoring, and fucking then went back to bed. Is that true?
You better watch out, girl.
It is true, I'm telling you. Neither. But I like
It's a
bottom.
lie.
You're lying.
No, that's not a question, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if that's a real question.
Answer that. He can't answer that.
Look at me in my eyes.
Not run out on that.
Look at me in
He's
my
like
eyes.
waiting
Do
for
I
the
look like a
answer so
killer?
you can see.
No. Okay, wait.
Thank
Okay.
No. And you asked that's true. I got 2 grandkids,
What's the
man.
biggest score you've had in one night?
Biggest score in one robbery was?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, how much? So 1.2 million is my score.
That's your
1.4 million. See, it depends on what we rob. Like I could rob Rolexes. I used to rob 100 Rolexes. Because they were in the store. The guy might have been a Rolex dealer. Bam, every one of those Rolexes, $2,000 is what I got. So it depends. So you walk in your place and you start pricing out your thing. When you know who you got, the money you got depended on the quality. Sometimes I can get 40%. Sometimes I can get 20% on the dollar. I used to pick up a bag of cash for sometimes 350,000, and I used to have in a bag of cash. And I go eat pasta in Little Italy. I used to go down to Il Catil's at Positano's, and I eat a big bowl of vodka rigatoni and fucking eat. I got a bag of cash, 350. I was gonna rob the fucking boys down there one time, man, because they had about 5 million down there. And I said, fucking 5 million. I'm robbing these motherfuckers. And my crew came up. Hey, when my crew came up, this is so true. We were down there doing business, and I was let to where nobody can go, with the real money and the exchange and the power. And I'm down there, and they pay me like nothing with a machine, bing, bungs out the bass. But they took out a fucking suitcase, and the motherfucker there had to be 5 million in there, all hundreds. And I'm saying, fuck, they trusted me so much, they put it back. I said, fuck, I'm crazy, fuck it this time. I walk out, my brother and the other guy who works for me, they're in the car. And I jump in the car, and I said, man, there's 5 million down there. I'm going back. They go, Larry, no. Their eyes were lit, because they knew I was crazy. And if I did that, it's like, oh, I'm dead. I mean, you're fucking from the mob, the guys you did, there ain't no getting away from that. Oh, wow.
Or like the
Wait,
flash.
what was the question?
Flash is I don't know if horses were flashy.
No.
I love my horses.
Yes or no? It's
No,
yes
it's
or
not
no.
necessarily. I don't regret anything in life. I would change things. I would do things different. But I don't regret, because whatever happened for the past makes us who we are today, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day. I don't know if I should even say what I'm going to say. I'll tell you what, there doesn't go a time when I know I can't rob a store. I've done that. I've walked past places and showed people I could have robbed that right then and there. Literally, the mistakes they
It's
make.
easier now?
No, well, some parts are. Some parts are. A big score, I often say, we all have fucking dark sides in us. If I had cancer and there's some people I don't like, I think they better go into a fucking hiding.
Yes or no?
I
Before you
wouldn't.
go back
We
to
might be able
Florida.
to. I wouldn't, but we need more time, and I'd case it, then I'd tell you if we can do it. But I talked to a guy who come to me and says, Larry, I got a $5 million job. I guarantee it'll work. I'll show you the plans. We'll make it work. I'm telling you, it's $5 million. And they knew who I was. I said to them, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to kill you and you. And he looks at me, I go, you know why? Because 3 can keep a secret when 2 are dead. Because eventually, one's going to get caught fucking kiddie porn shit, doing something stupid. All of a sudden, he's going to know fucking, yeah, I know Larry. He fucking did this score. Before you know, it's something unrelated to even the crime or the business. He gets in tax problems. His fucking wife's a whore. I don't give a fuck what it is. He comes to a Jesus moment, and he fucking all of a sudden, hey, I want to come clean with my crime. I've seen it happen. I was casing stores at Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. It's outside Philly. And we come across the store we want, but in the meantime of the casing, I did not know this lady got my plate number. Now, when we were casing the stores, we had regular plates. Rent-a-cars were under another guy who worked for me, who was Fat Tommy, and he was 350, so it wasn't me, obviously, but they ended up looking back. That's the short. So what happens, and with the last robbery was a fucking wacko. Shots fired. This is out of a movie. Their fucking bullets are flying. We're ducking. The glass is going. I jump behind the wheel. The guy levels the fucking gun at my head. I duck. Goes through the windshield. Clicks my head. Blood's coming down. It gets in my brother. The bullet is in my brother to this day. Goes through his back. It's in his arm. We did a getaway like fucking, you know, Clint Eastwood. Fucking shit. Bullet fucking flying. We get away. We had the plan so good in the getaway part. And then what they did was, we got to Brooklyn. And in Brooklyn was our guys. Guys changed the Brooklyn auto glass because there was a bullet there was a bullet hole. I had to go through tolls on the turnpike. How I did it was, there'd be a tractor trailer. So the tractor trailer would go through and I'd follow the tractor trailer right up just past the booth. So the gold taker, whatever, gold taker, he wouldn't take, you know, he wouldn't see it. Sure enough, right when we're fucking giving the money, you hear, be on the lookout for a car. But you could tell the guy wasn't even paying attention at all. You know, you could tell. He didn't like, oh, you know, he wasn't even paying attention. He was one of those old toll workers. We got all the way back to Brooklyn, got the glass changed out, got everything done, cleaned up, got my brother. Back then you could fly without, you know, there's no TSA bullshit. This is pre 9/11. So, you know, when we were robbing, you could get on planes with diamonds, you could do anything the fuck you want. So we just get a fake name, we get them on a plane, we get them. We were gonna set him up with a veterinarian to take the bullet out. But luckily, my mother's a nurse.
Oh, that's nice.
And my mother took care of it, and he still has the bullet, but they would have fucked his arm up. He would have been a puppy without a fucking left arm, the motherfucker. The FBI flooded an area with agents under my MO. I didn't know that. And then they got that lady who said, oh, there was a nice guy here. I was going to sell him a diamond. Because I'm looking at high-end diamonds. Oh, I got his plate.
What kind of animal,
Then it went to not my driver, but he wasn't me. But then I was the co-driver. And it went, then I had organized crime ties. And before you know it, they were taking me out. And the whole shebang. And you see, everybody, this is what we had, and even a gangster could tell the truth now and then. And on everybody else on this show, we have to thank Kirill. We're here, we're having a great time. We'll have his info in our links below as well. So, you know, just give him a shout out, and we're having fun, and we're gonna keep going. Have a great day, everyone. Make good choices. I'll see you soon.